Good morning, everybody. How do we start a live event? Clear the throat. I'm going to pause the track while we get started here. Okay, good morning, everybody. This is my mornings. Not complaining. I love it. Get your coffee, get your tea, get your guitar. We're going to do some jamming this morning. And that track that you just heard in our lovely intro is a track that's coming out on Guitopia tomorrow. It's a hip-hop, kind of a fusion-y type of thing, but it's obviously a hip-hop beat. In B-flat today. B-flat what, you should be asking. Dorian, like yesterday, Dorian, minor pentatonic, minor blues. You can go outside with it if you want. You can do a lot of different stuff with it. Now, I will say, like, right now, I'm streaming live to my music page on Facebook. I'm also streaming live to the Guitopia page on Facebook. These morning jams starting next Monday are only going to be on the Guitopia page, but again, just to kind of get everybody aware, I'm streaming to as many places as possible. But I'm mentioning that obviously so you know where to go for next week, and I'll share the links as well. But there's obviously two chats going on at the same time. So because there are more people, I'm going to try and go between here, but there are more people on the music page than there are on the other page. So Jason says, Jason Wilding, everybody. From Wampler Pedals. I'm sure he wants me to tell everybody who he is, so you're welcome for that, Jason. But can you give us a hint on the time feel? If it's an awkward one like yesterday, I had trouble feeling it as I'm a Luddite who doesn't really get anything interesting, if you know what I mean. Oh, don't sell yourself short. So, you can feel, I don't know, maybe this one's easier to feel than yesterday. Yesterday did have a little bit of a twist to it as far as the time feel to it, but take a listen. Right. I mean, that's pretty straightforward as to where we're feeling everything here today. So that's that's what that one is. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. EJ, how are you, buddy? Vinny French says it's 4 p.m. over here. You're in the UK, I assume. Okay, so it's not breakfast jam for you. It's what, tea time? I don't know. Whatever you do at 4 p.m. over there. 4 p.m. is actually my second coffee time. I wake up, I have coffee, and then about 4 o'clock, I take a break and have another coffee to fuel the rest of the insanity for the evening. But that's it. That's all and lovely PRS mug here. This was a gift from PRS a few years ago for the holidays. This is a breakfast jam, so we have to talk about coffee, and I'm drinking the Starbucks French roast, so the darker roast. Grind my beans every morning. Freshest way to do it. I love doing it that way. I'm not a coffee snob by any means. I mean, just fuel me with anything. But at home here, I like to grind and go from there. Yeah, EJ, you got to come out to one of the Philly Guitar Club jams. The next one is March 2nd. So it's coming up here. Come on out. Play some drums. So again, I haven't touched a guitar yet today. These jams are awesome. It's a really cool thing. Just so you're aware, you're all aware. I hate like, I don't want to call it teaching, but sounding obvious. But something like this is so beneficial and awesome to start your day with as a guitar player or as a musician of any sort, because you have to recognize what's happening here. One, we're warming up. So while we're jamming and there's a bit of musicality to it, that means musicality to your improv. So you're thinking of, timing, obviously. You want to be in time. Phrasing, style to your notes, playing the right notes. This is a B-flat Dorian, minor pentatonic, minor blues kind of thing. Like yesterday, but in B-flat. technique to add a little bit of style to these notes. But again, because it's a warm-up, maybe it's not a warm-up for you. For me, it's a warm-up right now. So I'm thinking of all of that, but I'm also thinking of basic moves to just warm up my hands. So I might grab a really dull alternate picking phrase or legato phrase or something, but it's just warming this hand up, it's warming this hand up, it's warming both of them up to talk to each other nicely for hand synchronization, which my hand synchronization has always sucked. But you know, you got to keep working on it. So just think about that. Think about everything that we're working on, you know, as a warm-up, as a technical trainer, just getting our hands talking to each other, but also the musicality, the timing, finding the notes theory-wise, putting them on the fretboard. There's your fretboard theory. There's so much going on in such an amazing thing like this, just a simple jam. That's why I don't practice to a metronome, because the Jamtrack is a metronome, but also it's music, and that's where it has to go anyway. I don't really do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Extremely beneficial, and all the permutations of that you should sit down and do while you're watching TV, but I would rather, I put it this way: every time I touch the guitar, if it's not something that I would be okay on stage doing, I don't really do it. I'm not going to stand on stage and just recite a scale or just recite 1, 2, 3, 4 permutations. Again, that's kind of stuff you do while you're watching TV, but we can still warm up and work on the technical training while being musical. So I'm trying to find a balance in there, and that's what these jams are for. They're really, really fun. So I'm going to use my lines. I almost called this a line 6 guitar because somebody just mentioned line 6. That's how easily influenced my feeble brain is. I'm using my PRS Silver Sky today into this pair of Friedman small box 50s. I am running in stereo. You are hearing both. So you should be hearing a really cool delay sound here. Let's get started here. I'm going to do some jamming. I'm going to throw it over to you, and we'll just keep going back and forth. Here we go. All right, I'm going to do some legato warm-up here. Wake up! Simple little hand warm-up things like that, very valuable. All right. Well, that was complete garbage and terrible in my opinion. But that's okay. Sometimes it takes a longer while than other days to warm up your hands, as we all know. But this is only one time through a 10-minute track, and for me, I usually do about 6 per day. I usually try and do them back to back with a little break in between, but then your hands just keep getting more warmed up. But, you know, again, even amazing players that I know, not myself, as far as amazing, because I'm not, but players that I know that are amazing, I've been on tour with them, and they say the same thing. So don't get discouraged. Just put the track on again and just do it again. And you got to warm up a little bit more. That's all it takes. So awesome, everybody. I got to run because I got something happening in 3 minutes. But we'll do it again as soon as possible. All right, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.